8 years since his death, the influence of David Bowie continues to reverberate.
Now, a convention is celebrating his life and work. It's in its 3rd year, and it will begin later in Liverpool. Carlos, pick up the story, because it was around 74, was it, that you were...
Well, the first meeting was actually a little bit like 73. Later on, I suddenly became the in-house musician at RCA Studio. The band was there, we were ready to lay down some tracks. Who emerged out of the studio was David Bowie. I looked at him, I went, wow. Let me tell you, he was in that stage of having the orange hair, the black fedora, and the white skin, let me tell you.
The D.A.M trio was Dennis Davis, Carlos Alomar, George Murray, and unfortunately Dennis Davis is no longer with us. He passed away in 2016.
I had got a call from Hollows, said, man, this guy David Bowie's gonna call you up, man, he's looking for a drummer. So I said, David Bowie, I don't know. I was with my mother's RCA record sent me the LP, and opened up, I saw the diamond doors, the head of a man at the bottom of a door. So I said, man, what the fuck is this? I mean, come on, man. So I played it, there was a song called 1984. And I said, yeah, you know, I joined David Bowie's band.
You wrote Fame.
Yes, what happened was we were in the studio, we had a lick that I was playing on another song, but it kind of got in his head. And so when we started recording the Young American album, he kept this little song, but he broke it up into little pieces. And then he let me hear it. And then John Lennon was in town. When he got to the studio, I was working on trying to do something with this song. They said, would you like to go to dinner? I said, dinner with John Lennon and David Bowie.
Let me think.
No, I'd rather stay here and finish what I hear, and immediately started putting these things together. They went to dinner, I finished the song, they came back, they played a little something on it, and the song was done.
Hey, make some man, shake things over. Hey, let some loose, some hard to swallow. Hey, put you where the things are hollow.
Tell me you got to go to dinner with them at some point.
No, I'm a musician, a working musician, and I want to make
I like you,
when
Carlos.
you hear something,
you are very
when you
cool.
hear something, you have to
cool
follow the
person.
thread. Dinner is nice, but not when you hear this music and you know that you can do something.
Station to station, because it's actually the first thing I did with David, with Carlos and Dennis. We started in September of 1975.
Mr. David Bowie.
Don't let me hear you say life's taking you nowhere. Angel.
That was the first song that we worked on in the rehearsal studio. The first evening I met David. We were in a rehearsal studio in the Hollywood area of Los Angeles, and he walked in and he said, "Hi, I'm David." We toured in winter and spring and early summer of 1976. We recorded and worked some more during 1977. We recorded Heroes in 1977. We took that out on the road starting in the winter of 1978 into the spring and summer. The 76 tour was different than the 78 tour in material and in presentation, but they were both exciting. It was so exciting. I grew up in New York City. I invited my mother and I invited the guys from the neighborhood that I used to play with to come see me at Madison Square Garden. And they were blown away. Just, oh, there's George.
Oh,
That song was fun to play. It was fast, too.
When we, the D.A.M trio, George Murray, Carlos Alomar, and Dennis Davis, when we play, we're playing minimalistic, but it's got a pocket, it's got a groove, it's got holes. And when other invited musicians come into here and play on top of it, there's so many holes available to them. In the beginning, if you want to change your sound, change the band. How simple can that be? So the D.A.M trio gave him a particular sound that will never ever be reproduced ever again. And so it stands to reason that when you get the right type of musicians, sure, we can work with somebody else, but you're never going to get that sound.
Can I say something about Heroes? Heroes, I think, was the defining moment for me with David. It was the first song we played when we went to Berlin at Hansa Studio, the Hansa by the Wall.
We can be heroes. Oh, nothing can help us. Baby, we're lying, and you better not stay. We could be safer just for one day.
The power of that song builds and builds and builds and builds. And after all these years, it hit me that that song is an anthem. It is an anthem that David had put out for everyone to enjoy. And to this day, it still just grabs you and it just pushes you ahead and moves you. And I always enjoy it.
Just for one day.
What do you think was the major shift going from Low, Heroes, Lodger, then back into New York, Scary Monsters?
1980, I don't know what was influencing him. I really don't. I said I came back to New York in 1980 to do the work with Carlos and Dennis and David and Tony Visconti.
During the 80s, I invited David Bowie to come to my house. He was living in a hotel. At that time, I had a gigantic loft. And when he saw the way I was living, and he's like, oh my God. And so the next thing I know, he was my next door neighbor.
Literally in the same building?
Yes, I had 3E, and he had 3 West.
David was a multi-talented person. And one of the things he liked to do, or he was very good at, or he had in his heart, was he was an artist. He was a painter. I like to think that the trio, Carlos, Dennis, and I, gave David the canvas for him to make whatever kind of art musically that he wanted to do. I think he felt comfortable enough doing that, or comfortable enough with us and the way we approached his ideas, the framework of his ideas, the foundation of the songs, the rhythm tracks. I think that what he got from us gave him that opportunity that he could actually do whatever he wanted with it.
Because the way Bowie recorded, he had ideas, but not musical ideas. He had lyrical ideas. So what he would do is, me, him, and George Murray, and Carlos would sit down. He would start singing the words, and we would come up with the idea, you knocked out that song.
Was he really picky about it?
No, man. When it felt good to him, it felt good to us.
Let's just have a round of applause for Dennis.
So we're going to show a clip from the era as close as we can get. This the most illustrative thing that we could think of to show off the skills of the mighty Dennis Davis.
That's amazing.
People didn't know about your dad, that he was a great conga drum player as well.
Do you see the look on Tony Visconti's face? It's just like, holy, excuse me, ladies, holy smokes.
When you were working with Bowie, did it feel like you were working with somebody who was really great, or did it just feel like another gig?
It felt like I was working with a genius. It was pretty fucking amazing.
So you did all the tours as well as those records with him?
Yeah, both. Tours and records. 7 years.
Did you prefer one or the other?
No, it was all fun to me, man. It was all fun. I loved the recording, and I also loved the tours too. I love the money. The money was good too, I have to admit.
The best thing he said there, what Dennis said, was, "It was all fun to me," which it was.
This afternoon you had a rehearsal, you and Carlos, with the band, and you went over a couple of the old songs, we won't name them, and I was privileged to be there, and I was astonished that they basically had a quick discussion, a musical discussion that I didn't really understand, and then they went, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom, and it was pretty much perfect. So my question to you is, how did that feel to be playing those songs again?
Playing the songs felt good. It felt good for, and it, the musicians we were playing with, they performed well. I liked playing with them. And, we'll be here this evening at the Bowie Ball.
Welcome to the stage, George Murray and Carlos Alomar. Oh yeah. The secret life of Arabia. Secrets never
Alomar and George Murray.
I had a fantastic time dancing to the 2 tracks that the guys contributed to in such a huge way last night, and Secret Life of Arabia basically took the roof off. So I got back to the room about 1 a.m. quite inebriated, and unfortunately, or fortunately, an idea came to me for a video, and I stayed up for another 2 hours. It's a minute long, so indulge me. Bowie's not in it, but the spirit is there, I hope. You'll get what I mean.
That's when musicians and creators come alive.